Hello, and welcome to a video for Grade 12 Essential Math on the properties of triangles. This is going to be a fairly quick video as you've seen all of these properties before in previous grades. Now to start off, we have three major types of triangles that we're looking at. You have an equilateral triangle, where all three sides are the same length, or all three sides are congruent. You have an isosceles triangle, where two sides are the same length. And you have a scalene triangle where all three sides are different lengths. Now with these types of triangles, you have a couple of other important properties that start showing up. If I have an equilateral triangle where I draw out and all three sides are the same length, like this one, we indicate that by putting little tick marks on them. This means all three sides are the same length. Because all three of these angles must add up to 180, I also know that in an equilateral triangle, all three angles must be the same. These angles must all be the same, which means each of these must be 180 divided by 3 or 60 degrees. So if I have an equilateral triangle, I know that all three angles are also 60 degrees. That's important. That's a really useful property. If I have an isosceles triangle, so I have a triangle something a little bit more like this, where I know this side and that side are the same, but this bottom side is different, well, I know that these two angles here are also the same. So this side and this side are the same, and these angles, the base angles, are the same as well. So if I know this angle here, I can very easily figure out these bottom two angles because they're the same. So let's say this top angle here is 40 degrees. Well, I can go 180 minus 40 equals 140. These two angles here must add up to 140. I can go 140 divided by 2 equals 70 degrees. I know both of these are 70 degrees. That's a useful property. With a scalene triangle, I don't have anything like that. I'm going to need to use sine law, cosine law, or maybe even SOHCAHTOA in order to figure out that third angle, or I can use the 180 rule if I have two other angles. So with triangles, we can also classify them by the sides, the angles in them. An acute triangle is a triangle in which all three angles are less than 90 degrees. An equilateral triangle has all three angles being 60 degrees, so an equilateral triangle is an acute triangle. A right triangle you're very familiar with, you've been doing that for several years now, and that has one angle that is 90 degrees. An obtuse triangle is one where one angle is greater than 90 degrees. So you can classify angles or triangles by their angles or by their sides, and you've seen this for quite a few years now. This is a good way to classify them and talk about what triangles are. Have a great day. See you in the next video.